Hey everybody, I want to talk about something that kind of hurts my heart. I thought I found a really good deal online for a hotel the other day. I had about $67 on a card that was pretty much all I had. And we were in a situation to where we needed showers. It was hot. Wanted to sleep in a nice, comfortable bed because we were just sleeping on thin mats in the tent. And so I went online. I did some research, and I found a local hotel, not the greatest hotel in the world, for $60. So I booked it. I booked it online. Walked several miles, ended up getting a ride from a nice lady, and got to the hotel. Ultimately, inevitably, we needed to have $100 cash deposit to be able to even check in the hotel. And of course, I would have gotten the $100 back. I wouldn't have cared to do that, but I didn't have that $100. I didn't have it. So they would not let us check in, and they charged the card still. And they charged the card like 3 hours after check-in time. And when I realized I wasn't able to check into the hotel, I was like, okay, cool. I'll be able to spend that money that I was going to spend on the hotel on maybe some food or something like that, something of that nature. And they charged the card. And so I called them. I said, look, I wasn't able to check in, this, that, and the other. They said, oh, okay, yeah, we understand. We will refund the money to the card. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, that'll take a few days. It said pending under it for 3 days. And it went out of pending, and it went negative in my account. And I called once again, and they said no refund possible. No refund. We live in a world today where people can legally rob you and steal from you and suffer no consequences. The fact that we have businesses that can just take your money and you receive nothing for it. The fact that we live in a world where people can take advantage of you and suffer no consequences. Yes, I know it's $62.99. But $62.99 would go a long, long way for us. That would probably buy a new tent, that would probably buy us a week, 2 weeks of food, possibly. I don't know. $62.99. And this is a business. This is a business where they get a lot of money for people coming in and staying at their hotel. Like, are they really hurting that bad for $62.99? I mean, are they hurting to the point to where they have to take from me? And it really bothers me, because if they're doing it to me, they're doing it to other people. And this is just one place. There's so many places and businesses out there that just get away with things like this. And they're taking advantage of people. They took advantage of me. And they're probably thinking, oh, he doesn't have the money to fight this or whatever. And I don't know if I could file a police report and consider it theft or not. Like, I think ultimately it would be a civil case. But it really hurts my heart. We live in a world where people do not care about people. We live in a world where people will go out of their way to cause you problems. Go out of their way to steal from you. I can't think about this. I can't think about it and just think, oh, this is okay. We were in a situation where we were sitting with all our belongings and the dogs, and a guy pulled up on us, and he was super nice. He was like, "Hey, can I go get you guys some water?" Da da da. And I was like, "Well, if I'm not able to go anywhere, here's $20. Can you get us something cold to drink? Get the dog something?" And I told him, I said, whatever's left, you can keep. Never seen him again. And it bothers me, that we live in a world where people are just taking advantage of everybody. It really hurts me. It hurts my heart, especially when we don't have very much as it is. The things we do have is all we have. And what we have isn't very much. Has anybody else ever dealt with something like this? Like where it's not just, I'm not talking about an individual, I'm talking about like a business or like a corporation where they literally took your money and said, no, we're not giving it back to you. And you received nothing for it. It'd be like me going out here and just taking $100 bills and throwing them up in the air. It's incomprehensible to me. And it really bothers me. It hurts my heart because, that's fine. They took my money. They got it. It's theirs. Take it. But how many more people out there are being taken advantage of and used and manipulated and being stolen from? If I didn't want to disclose where I was at, I would totally tell you guys which hotel it was and let y'all run it up and just put so many bad reports, and then they would definitely get no business. I can't say that. There's plenty of addicts out there that would love to stay at a rundown hotel like that. It was probably for the best for us not to stay there, Probably would have caught something that Ajax wouldn't rub off. It hurts my heart, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. Especially in the situation that we are in, to get taken advantage of like that once again. It hurts. I love you all. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I hope that everybody's had a wonderful evening. Love y'all. Bye.